Alright guys, welcome to another video. Today we're going to start a new project of mine. It's going to be, I think, a 2 or a 3 piece side table set. And I have a fun idea. I got a really cool chunk of wood. Not sure where it came from, but I found it around in the wood pile and came with an idea for it. So it's going to be a bit unique, and some of you may not like it and some of you might. So basically I'm just going to show you where it's at to begin with. Again, the process of building it is what I'm going to try to show you guys on this channel. And so I want to show you from where it's at to beginning, what I have to cut it with, how to cut it, and all that. This chunk of wood has been drying for a couple years, I know that for sure. So I'm not too super worried about the warpage on it, as it has been cut and dried. And as you're going to see in a second here, there's not tons of wood on it for it to warp in general. It's definitely going to be a unique piece. So let's check it out. All right, guys, so here it is. As you can see, it's got a hole in it, which is perfect because I enjoy the unique and the different, and this definitely fits the bill, especially for what I have planned for it. As you can see, it's got some, if we focus up here, definitely some rot going on in here that will all get taken out. It's got some fun spalting on it, and I think once outside gets cleaned up, it is going to be a pretty fun chunk. Again, I'm not even sure species on this or where it came from. I just know that it's been around for quite a while. So I'm just going to, this is how I got it. I'm not sure where it came from, but I'm going to use that guy right there, do some cut up on it, get it ready for processing, and go from there. Alright, so now time to cut it up. Just so you know, I have in-ear muffs on, noise canceling headphones, so don't worry about me going deaf, which maybe I'll do anyways. But let's cut it up and see what we got on the inside. Alright guys, I am excited. As I always say, when you cut into something, it's such a gamble. You don't know what you're going to get, if it's worth anything at all, or if it's just going to be super boring. I don't think this is going to be boring at all. And I got 3 rounds out of it, which will be nice, so we can see if we can get 3 nice sized side tables out of it. Let's take a look at the wood though. So see how well it comes through on video here, but we got some really fun spalting. Yes, the center is pretty rotten. We will clean that out as much as we need to. They did, I don't think this one did, but these two split right here, there, and right there. So we will connect those up, see how we want to do that. But again, I'm not sure how it's going to show through, but we got some really cool, nice deep red here that'll pop really well, and some nice spalting all the way around. So overall, I'm pretty excited about it. I think they should look good. This one, again, fell apart pretty hard, so might not be usable, but everything's usable. So we will probably make a Pac-Man, find something for that down the road. To do with. But overall, guys, this is the start of this fun, probably 3-piece side table. I tried to cut them pretty uniformly. I do have a mill to attach onto there, so I could have done it a bit more precise, but I'm going to be sanding so much on these anyways, I figured that wasn't necessarily needed. So they're all pretty well within 2.5 to 3 inches, so we'll get those going. And yeah, if you want to comment down, tell me what you think the surprise is that I'm going to do with it. Something a little different, not just a normal table, and we'll go from there. Hello guys, so as you know, my purpose of this channel is to give you guys the full process of what happens from cutting the wood, getting the wood, milling it, sanding it, all the work that goes into it until you get a finished finished product, excuse me. I don't want to skip over anything. I want to try to give you the full in-depth look of how much work goes into little tables, big table over there, which is a nice outdoor project that I have going on. Going to be a good series on that one. And just give you kind of an overall what it looks like before, what the beauty that you can get out of it as you work with it, spend the time with it to the finished product. Again, these ones are going to be, I have some different ideas for these ones. This is going to be nice round with a hole in the middle, set of 3 of them here that I just cut up. These have been sitting around in the kind of the wood pile for a while, so they're dry, but they're sitting out, so I'm going to cut them up, get some of the rot out of them, let them sit for a little bit in order just to get that residual moisture out of there. But part of what I want to do is I want to give you guys a sneak peek, because there is a lot of times where I'm going to be sanding. I'm going to be routering them down, milling them down, whatever I need to do, but there's going to be a lot of time in that. So I want to give you guys a sneak peek. I just did a quick sand here. Again, I want to do most stuff on screen, but this one I just did a quick sand of this section here. As you can see, it started just like these, all nice and rough, and then but this is going to be a fun one, guys. Look at all that fun spalting and cool grain pattern in there. I think it's going to be really fun. Again, I'm going to get some of this, I chiseled out some of it over here, and I'll continue to do a bit more, but I just want to give you guys a preview of what it's going to look like as we move forward with the project and go from there. All right, now we're going to get into some more work on these 3 side tables. I'm going to get rid of some of the rot in the middle as it's still in there. I like to chip away a little bit at that. Also do some flattening because they do have some unevenness from my cutting and previous cuts as well. So want to get that just nice as uniform as we can get them would be good. And then also hopefully get to a 36 grit sand on it and an 80, and then we'll go from there. We will go more than that, but just see where we get to today. So anyways, as you remember, I did do a sand like that on it, so hopefully we can get to some really fun stuff with that. But also, as you can see, there's going to be, there's some unevenness that we're going to have to deal with. And to do that, I'm going to be using a couple tools. Belt sander here, and probably some of the planer as well. I'm not a huge fan of the planer on these, as I just don't want them to pull apart and rip too much more. We're already going to have to connect that together. So let's get at it and see what we can do. Alright, so now we have done a 36 grit sand on all the pieces, so I'm going to swap on over to the 80 grit over there and repeat the process. After that, we'll go to the orbital and go from there. Alright, now we are down to 80 grit on all of them, and so the next stage is going to be going to the orbital sander. This guy right here, and I'll probably hit it with a 100 100 grain or maybe 120. We'll see how it feels, how it starts taking in, but they are looking good. Let's take a look at some of the grains that have started popping and what we can expect once we keep getting them go and get a finish on them. It's really going to look good, I think. So as you can see here, got some really fun and different stuff all the way around. I still may take a little bit more of this out, but for the project, what I'm going to do with it, you will see that that's not going to matter too much. But anyways, really fun stuff all the way around. I'm excited for it. Yeah. Anyway, so might not do it tonight, but we'll see. I'll get another video of us doing that and taking it down and getting it all prepped, and then we're almost ready for me to show you what I'm going to do with them and the little unique twist I have that should make them kind of fun and unique, and we will go from there. So, all right, let's go on. Alright guys, so I might have seen I moved the table over, and so I put on top of the foam. Basically, even with it on wood, if there's something underneath it, another chunk of wood, a screw goes under there, whatever, you can actually indent what you're doing. So I didn't want to sand it, then flip it over, put it down, indent it. Obviously the vibration of the sanding can also just wear something in there. So I just screwed these down on here, put the screws down nice and deep so they don't get in the wood. Put it on there, and that eliminates a lot of that issue, because it's not fun when you're sanding something and you flip it over and you got to start all over again. Anyways, so I did 120 grit sandpaper on this. I'm not super particular because what I'm actually going to do to it later on in the next step is I'm going to need to sand it all over again. So anyways, just wanted to give you a look at what we got here. Again, they are gorgeous. We will adhere these together. I'm probably just going to screw them together. I'll let you see that when we get there. But a lot of fun. Again, reds and stuff around here are going to pop out. A lot of the spalting grain here. You know, we'll be able to pick, you know, I like that side better. It's got a lot of stuff over here, so we'll probably put that one up. This one has, I really like this section out here. So anyways, just wanted to kind of show you where we're at now. And then go from there. I'll probably do this a video series 1 on it, and then on the next episode of the series we will get into what I'm going to do with them and go from there. If you think you know what I'm going to do with them, put a comment down below. If you do, maybe I'll send you out a coaster set or something like that. Yeah, should be kind of a fun, unique idea. I'm excited for it. I haven't done it before. I've gotten about a 50-50, yeah, that's cool, and no, I don't really like that idea from who I've told so far. So if I've told you, don't comment, but yeah, take a guess at it and go from there and see what you think I'm going to do. And again, like, subscribe, and stay tuned to see what we do with it. See you later.